following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
The Stoner Jesus Show podcast, recorded live from the Stoner Jesus Studio Complex in Stoner Heaven. My name is St. Peter. And now for the host of the show, the savior of the weed, Stoner Jesus. Stoner Jesus Show podcast, recorded live on November 25th, 2015. We are broadcasting live on Cannabis Radio on Spreaker. Check us out there. Podcasts can be found in many places, including iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, CannabisRadio.com, StonerJesus.net, all of those places. As well as Spreaker, of course. I am on Twitter at StonerJesus420. Tweet me a link to the show whenever, wherever, and however you are listening, and you will get a retweet. Over 138,000 strong on the Twitter. Thanks to everybody who retweets and all that shit. You can interact with the show that way. You can email us at stonerjesus420@gmail.com. On Facebook, facebook.com/stonerjesus420. There's also a group for the show on Facebook, Disciples of Stoner Jesus. That's where the hardcore fans of the show are. So we set up things like, Skype segments or whatever with the hardcore fans. You can post shit, stories for the show, funny memes, whatever. Disciples of Stoner Jesus on Facebook. It's just me tonight. Where St. Peter is, I don't know. He better be getting me some fucking money. I know that. It doesn't matter if I'm the only person here. I'm the most important part of the show. So everything should go smoothly. At least as smooth as it usually does. Remains to be seen. Of course, we have, what the fuck we got coming up? See, that's why I write it down. I totally fucking blank out. I have no idea what's coming up. Weed news. We get our weed news. Get our weed news from Cannabis Tweets on Twitter. That's Cannabis Tweets with a Z. Also have the story of the first Thanksgiving. Many of you think you know the story of the first Thanksgiving, but you do not. I am Jesus, I know. I know all about it. I'll tell you all about it coming up. We also got gay news to round out the hour. Fantasy football update. Yes, it is time. If you've been following the fantasy football updates throughout the season, you know how badly your old pal Stoner Jesus is doing. Excuse me, it's bad. There's really no other way to put it. It's fucking bad. Stoner Jesus Fantasy Football League, one of our fans of the show, Dark_Dank_Lucha on Twitter. He said we should do a fantasy football league. I said that's fine. You create it, I'll participate, I'll promote it, I'll talk about it on the show. We do a segment about it every week, so on and so forth. I just kind of jokingly would say, I'm not very good at it, which I'm not. History has shown me that I have not been good at it. I don't think I've ever been as bad at it, though, as I have this year. Some of that's my fault for not paying attention and stuff, and some of it is my players are horrible. I have one good player, Cam Newton, that's it. The only one having a great season is Cam Newton. The rest of them suck. So anyway, we do this segment every week. It's been quite a skid for me. Before we get to my score, let's check out who else we have. Team Kolarua Tola beat Disco Stew 65-42. Lando Snow Bunnies, Lando being the creator of the Stoner Jesus Fantasy Football League, beat Tom Brady Deflation School 92-49. The MTPG 420 Turtles, another long-time listener of the show, beat Des Caught 73-39, and Team Adams beat Dank Memes 66-45. Now, the Stoner Heaven Jesuses, which would be me, played Des Didn't Catch It and lost 112-67. That's right, 112-67. Good old-fashioned ass whooping. Now, Cam Newton usually gets almost half of my points. This time around, he got 40 of my 67 points. Giovanni Bernard Cincinnati got 13. 10 from my kicker. 2 from T.Y. Hilton. 2 from Martellus Bennett. And that's it. Cam Newton, the only one doing anything. He threw 5 touchdown passes. I would have had a shot at this game if I had any other good players besides him, but he got 40 of my 67 points. That's like 65%. That's not going to work. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, my record is quite bad. My record is 2-9. That's right, I said it, 2-9. Me and Disco Stew reside at the bottom of the Stoner Jesus Fantasy Football League. My name is on the league. I talk about it every week. And for the last 7 weeks, I've been telling you about me losing. I'm 2-9. The MTPG 420 Turtles dominating at 9-2. Lando is 7-4. Des Caught at 7-4. Tom Brady Deflation School 7-4. Team Adams 7-4. Who's that? Way down at the bottom. Besides Disco Stew, it's the Stoner Heaven Jesuses. Holy shit. Taking a quick look at the stats. No one has been scored against more than me. Which really has nothing to do with me. But, nonetheless, it's not good. Only one team has scored less than me. That is Team Kolarua Tola. It's bad. It's fucking bad all the way around. Weekly humiliation. The Stoner Jesus Fantasy Football League. That's what it's become. So I don't know. We'll keep doing it to the end of the year, but this idea rolls around again next year. I don't think so. I don't need this fucking aggravation. Fuck that. I got other shit to do. Stoner Jesus Show podcast, recorded live November 25th, 2015. We got weed news coming up, story of the first Thanksgiving, gay news, and more. Words from our sponsors, of course, as well. Go check out their banners on stonerjesus.net and cannabisradio.com. They support us, so go support them. As I said, St. Peter's not here. He does owe me quite a bit of money still. He's paid me a little over $82 out of a $240 he stole from me during the gay haunted house, which, again, granted, was his idea and all that shit. But the gate, the Skrilla for the tours, that goes to Stoner Jesus. The ducats, the bones, the cheddar, the dough, the aforementioned Skrilla, it all goes to me. And he robbed me, and he knows it, but his attempts at getting money have been piss poor at best. And it's taken forever. I got time for that shit. Speaking of St. Peter, Christmas time is coming up. As I segue professionally. Christmas time is coming up, and we have the tradition, of course, of St. Peter's karaoke, Christmas karaoke. We will continue that tradition. We have we get around our copyright issues as far as the music goes, the backing music. We have acoustic versions of many Christmas classics that St. Peter will regale you with. Of course, Christmas, obviously, is the most important time in the year for the Stoner Jesus Show. Christmas, that's celebrating me, how awesome I am, and how awesome the podcast is. And all that. That's right, that's what Christmas is. Don't argue with Jesus. We got weed news coming up. Stoner Jesus Show, we're on Cannabis Radio on Spreaker. Tweet me those links at Stoner Jesus 420, whenever, wherever, however you're listening, and you will get a retweet. We'll be back, hoes.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Hey Slow Rollers, when was the last time that you rolled a really beautiful joint? If you care about elegance, design, and a great smoking experience, it's time to start rolling with quality rolling papers from the Slow Roll Society. We specialize in the most beautiful and unique rolling papers from all over the world. Treat yourself, or spoil your favorite stoner. Check us out online at slowrollsociety.com for products and prices, and how to get 15% off your first order. Slow Roll Society. Stay classy.
The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas, everything Planet Everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Cincinnati can go to Hemptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planet Everywhere is our .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Hemptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Hemptations or Hemptations 2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our Planet Everywhere, but it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having temptations.
You're listening to the Stoner Jesus Show. Not only can Stoner Jesus Show podcast be found on stonerjesus.net, you can also find them on cannabisradio.com. You can also find the show by searching Stoner Jesus on Spreaker.com and the Spreaker Radio app, also the Stitcher Radio app, iTunes, the iHeartRadio app, and iHeart.com. If you want the links to all of these, go to stonerjesus.net. In the top menu bar, there's a page that says Listen to the Stoner Jesus Show. There you can find all the different ways you can listen to the Stoner Jesus Show podcast. All other information on the show can be found at stonerjesus.net.